Okay, so yesterday we have seen about report prompts, right? Today let us see dashboard prompt. What is the use of dashboard prompt? It is basically helps to filter the data as per the user, just like in Myntra or Amazon, whatever you do, right? Those are dashboard prompts, we call it as. How to create a dashboard prompt? Example, this is a dashboard and it is all these reports are developed using a subject area called BI cells. Inside a single dashboard, you may have reports from different subject area. Always it is not necessary that all the reports are developed from the same subject area. Right now I developed by using BI sales all reports, but in real time it will not be like that. You will have reports from different subject area. Okay, so let me create a dashboard prompt. How to create that? Here, this is option for dashboard prompt. Okay, and these all reports are developed from which subject area that you have to go. Okay, and if the reports are developed using two different subject area, then which dashboard by using which we have to create the dashboard prompt? Majority of the columns are present in which subject area, you choose that one. Clear? Majority of the columns are present in which subject area, that you can choose if there are two subject areas. Basically, the common columns we will have, dimensions will be common across multiple subject area. Basically, only fact changes. So if it is a common dimension, then anyone you can use, not an issue. Click on plus and go for column prompt. The rest of options are same as per report prompt itself. The look and feel also it will be the same. Only the thing is it will be outside. It will be saved as a separate name. So now by using which table you want to create. Example, I want to have, this is product, right? So let's create few. Brand, on brand, let me create on brand. Okay, one prompt. Okay, and click on plus, column prompt, log also. And I want to rename this. I don't want to display this as log. I want to rename, but it will not allow. Just enable the custom label.
Shashank, like there are many options for the prompts also, like is equal to or range or.
I will
So
show.
can you show me?
Yes, I will show all those. I will show all those. And order status. And order type. Bill number also let me take. Customer name. Product, if you want to search for a particular product. Okay, this many. And the type of the product, there is one more called brand, type of the product. Okay, this I am calling it as subcategory. Randomly I have picked the names. Okay, clear? Now I'm saving this. This I'm saving inside order management itself. What is the prompt you wanted? It has sales prompt. I'm creating it as sales prompt. Because the dashboard name is sales, right? So that's the reason I'm naming it as sales prompt. Now drag this to your dashboard. Go to sales dashboard. Here I want to place this.
Okay. From here also we need to drag. Okay.
Yes. Same like report, how you dragged the dashboard prompt also you have to pull. Report prompt by default you are developing that inside the report, so that is part of report. But this we did not develop inside the dashboard, right? That's the reason it will be always independent. You have to drag it. It's an object, same like. So The prompts always we have to maintain a word called prompt, and this is icon for prompt. This is icon for report that you can, that it will help us to identify the icon. Okay. Now you can pull this to top. And ticker view, if you want, you can hide this. How to hide this sticker now? I will show that also. Give me 1 second. I don't want this sticker to be displayed for temporary. I don't want this right now for temporary. I don't want to delete it, but I don't want to display it. So here you have a section option, format section. Section, on section you have to go, not on report, section. Okay. You can say a word called section. Then go to the section, format section. Are you seeing the style here? Right, it has display.
No.
You know already this one? Okay. Now that you understand.
Wow.
Now prompts, you see everything is displaying in a single line. I will show you.
Yeah.
I will introduce all this one by one. I will introduce that also. Now you see all the prompts are displaying in single. This is not looking good. I want everything as a line. When you will display this in a separate line, when your prompts are having like this, just like Amazon, if you go, not sure Amazon. Okay. Sometimes here you can see these are filters. Example, let me search for a particular product. Random line searching. Left side, sometimes it will display. Yeah, this, when you want prompts to be displayed right left side, right side you want reports to be displayed, then you will go that. When you want this to be displayed in the left side and right side reports, right now how it is displaying one by one. Bottom you have reports, not right side completely. So you want left side like this and right side reports. In that cases we will go this option. Okay, that also I will show you one dashboard. Okay, but right now we are displaying, we have to display everything in a single line. Okay, like this. It will be easy for them to understand. Otherwise half of the space got wasted. Now how to edit the prompt? You can either go from here or you can go from catalog. Two options. I'm going from here. Now this, you came out of the dashboard. Now you're not inside dashboard, you came out of the dashboard. Okay. Now clear? Formatting. Color you wanted black, I wanted bold, and the size I wanted 11. And I don't want any page name to be displayed. Title I don't want to remove that. And we can do one more formatting. Place label above prompt. Place label above prompt, which displays like this. See now.
Okay.
Clear? Save this. Now I'm selecting a value inside brand. Okay. This is what this is basically. Log, right? Yeah, I'm selecting a column inside log. Where is log? Which is called category. I selected digital. Click on apply. Nothing is getting filtered. I selected only digital has to show. This all should not show. Am I correct or not? But nothing is getting filtered. The reason is report prompt it filters, but dashboard prompt it will not filter the data automatically. You have to enable the option inside each report. You have to go each and every report and you have to enable the option now. So if you have
each analysis,
yes, each analysis you have to go. That's the reason. First we will create dashboard prompt, then we will create the reports. After we will think that okay, we will create all the reports, we'll think, right? That is the disadvantage. Now each report you have to edit and you have to add option. Now let us be like this. I'm duplicating this. Okay. Now let us edit this report, first report. edit this. This is our first report. Now you are coming out of dashboard. If you edit, click this, you will come out of the dashboard. You will not be inside the dashboard. Now you are inside report. Now, whatever the value you are selecting in these prompts, how many prompts are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now all 8 you have to enable here. How you will do that? Is prompted. Filter is prompted. Whatever is selected in the prompt, it will pass as a filter. This option you have to enable.
Okay.
Brand is not available here. That's the reason I went here. The brand is not available here. The columns which are not available in this select column, then you have to go here. Then next, what it is there? Brand is selected, category, event, order status, order type. This is a OBI disadvantage. If you do for one report, you will not get for remaining. You have to do it for every report individually. That's the reason people call OBI a little bit complicated. Time consuming process, they may call it as. Bill number. Yes, Mona, you are telling anything?
I was saying the old projects are using these tools only, like
Yes,
now,
yes.
because migration cost is also very high.
Yes, the reason why they are using is because not because of migration. The major reason is OBI, the people who are using, there is no separate lines for license for every user individually. So by default, the company, whoever is there, they will provide access to OBI. So now people are got habituated with downloading reports from OBI. Example, in a company, there may be like 40, 50 users or 100 users who they are using OBI. Now, if you want to go for a visualization tool called Tableau or Power BI, each user you have to pay $10 or $13 license cost. If you have 100, then $1,000 you have to pay monthly. So which is a costliest thing? Why? Because visualization, everyone will not use that. Only top management will go for visualization. Lower management, lower level people like clerk, etc., they will not call clerk in US. Maybe it's a different name, but for our understanding, I'm telling, end business user, basically they don't want visualization always. They wanted a detailed data. Detailed data, why they have to go for costliest tool called Tableau or Power BI? That's the reason still OBI is getting utilized. OBI advantage is each user you need not to pay the license. You can pay only for the software. That's the reason still people are using this. Number. And only for 10 to 15 people or 20 people hardly who are there having, they are implementing that. Now name of the customer. And migration, if they have to do all the reports, it will take at least 2 years or 1 year.
Yeah.
And that will not benefit for the end user basically. Why?
Yeah,
Because
actually,
when
similar functionalities you don't get in another tool,
yes,
whatever it is. Because
yes.
last year we worked on Spotfire project, like we migrated it from MicroStrategy to Spotfire. So there were many things that were in MicroStrategy that we could not do in Spotfire.
Okay. Yes, it happens. But most of the functionality Tableau has provided. Tableau and Power BI both has provided most of the OBA functionality, except the individual user license.
So mostly there would be projects for migration from OBI to Tableau.
Yes, we will have projects like that. I'm working in one of the projects already. So type of the product, where is type? Yes, you have to go for every column and you have to do is prompted. Click on save. Now the same thing, if you want to do other reports, you can save these filters. Save this filter. Where exactly you want to save? Order management. Okay. Then what is
Okay,
it?
so we just need to save these filters in another analysis.
Yes, yes. You can just pull this filter in another analysis.
Okay.
Need not to do that manually again. I saved this, but you don't want this. Instead, you wanted the content. Then enable this content of the filter. Give me 1 second. You can. Okay. You can pull from here. You can see I deleted that. Whatever you saved, it will be in order management inside this one dashboard filter. Subject area contents.
Shashank, one thing I need to ask, suppose I create a whole structure in my folder and then can I like just move it to shared folder?
Yes, you can move that way also. And you can move. I will show you. Copy paste it is. I will show you that. Now I am pulling this dashboard filter. Double click this and apply the contents of the filter instead of referencing it. So whatever the contents are there, that you will get. You will not get this name directly. You will get inside that whatever filters are there, you will get here. So always we should go for contents. If you are going for the name, then whatever the changes you did in that name, that will come in all the reports. So that is also an advantage. Both are, yeah. Now you can go see our sales. Now select the brand. FunPod. Now I'm selecting a product. This may not be belongs to FunPod product. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a FunPod product itself. And I'm selecting some example bill number. This may not be bill number related to that. No data is displayed. When I selected FunPod, then why it has to show all the bills? I want to show only the bills which are related to FunPod. Otherwise, user will not know that this order belongs to FunPod or not. Am I correct on? That means dependency.
Yeah.
The values which are displaying in the bill number, it should display based on the values you selected in the brand. That is called dependency. Okay, how to create the dependency between the prompts? Go to sales prompt. You understood right now what I'm trying to tell? Yeah. Now for product description, bill number, right? We thought about, yeah, bill number. Instead of displaying all the values, limit by. Either you want to limit by only with brand or with all the values. I want with all the columns. Whatever you select, example, you selected customer, then whatever the value selected in the customer, only based on that bill numbers display. So that is called all prompts. If you are enabling as just only brand, then it will display only, it will restrict only brand based on. If you select a customer called Mona, then it will display all the orders instead of Mona's orders. Why? Because I did not limit by customer, right? I limited by only by brand. So what you selected inside the brand, it can limit, but for remaining prompts, it will not limit. That's the reason we will go always with all prompts. Okay. Always go with all prompts. Now I'm selecting a district. Okay. Now this will show only the bills related to that. 1, 3, then straightforward 6. 4 and 5 it is not showing. Why? Why? Because 4 and 5 is not related to district. It's clear. Now see here, I'm selecting FunPod. Now this 6 will not show. Here, this is called dependency. Interdependency we call. Like that, you have to create dependency for product description also. Example, whatever the brand I selected, apart from that, everything has to show in the report. How system knows that if I select BizTech, then it has to display only BizTech related data? That means why it is passing equal to filter, why it is not passing greater than or not in. Am I correct? I did not provide anywhere equal to, right? Just I selected is prompted. Is prompted doesn't mean that you have to pass it as equal to. Anywhere I did not select equal to operator. Am I correct or not till now? Just I selected a prompt on brand, then I created is prompted inside the report. So whatever I'm selecting, I'm passing it to report. But from where it is getting equal to, why it is not considered as like? Am I correct or not? So that is called the options what you asked me. Inside the prompt, there are multiple options like equal to, greater than, less than. Example, inside my brand, if I select instead of equal to, where is not in? Where is not equal to? Yeah, not equal to. That means whatever the value is selected, that will not come, other than all will come. Clear? Example, best example, let us go for log. Make it as not equal to. It's called except that customer. Except what you selected. Example, in right now you have this many. I'm selecting here TV. Now TV I selected as not. You can see TV will not come. That is option. I have written here. I want to pass it as like. It is passing as equal to. Okay. In these cases, why? Because people doesn't know exact description, right? Example, here you have a description called adapter. Now we'll write the adapter word. It has to show all the products which are having adapter word, but it is passing as equal to. For product description, it will be a lengthy sentence. I cannot write whole sentence, right? That's the reason for product description. On description column, always we have to go for like, not equal to. Is that clear? Only the working people will know this. So definitely the description related, if you have anything, we will never go with equal to. We always will go for like. Do you have any report with the description, product description? No. Yeah, here you have. Okay. Let me pass this. Let me edit this filter and pass the filters to it. I don't want this icon to be displayed here. I'm removing. Okay. And here I want the filters. So either you can pass the filter directly, filter is prompted. Okay. Or already we added those filters inside the order management, right? There is that filter inside subject area, inside BA sales. We save that. Double click this. Then don't add directly. I wanted contents of the filter. Then save. Now if I write adapter word, there is no word called adapter. Okay. Yeah. Why? Let's see. Let's see what are the products it is displaying. Television. Let's start. Here we have a product called television. Megapixel camera. Let us write a word called camera. Okay. Why it's not displaying? There is a word called camera, but still it's not. Why? Let me check why it is not passing. Okay, give me 1 second. So I want to take the query, close this cursor, close this all. What is this? Let me explain you next class. Okay, this options is next class. Okay, then click on apply one more time. Like this. Let's see now query, latest query you can take now. In administration, BS manage session. Yeah, this is a query. You got like a percentage you did not get. You did not get the percentage. But you should get percentage also. Why it is not getting percentage? Basically, like this, you will get always percentage, right? You are getting like operator, but you are not getting a percentage word here. So let me write the percent, but generally we will get the percentage also. I will check why it is not getting. Okay. As of now, you can write like this. Okay. Wherever there is a word called camera, it is this adapter, it is displaying that. But we should not write percentage also. But why this percentage is not coming automatically, I will check that. I will let you know. Okay.
Okay.
So to debug, we will check this query, backend query to debug. Okay. So this is like equal to not equal to will pass, and dependency prompt also I have created. Okay, now you see I have one more thing to explain. Yeah, let me remove this. Okay, click on apply. This one always I want to display the data of FunPod related data I want to display here. Okay, or I want to display the data FunPod itself. Okay, let me display that. Otherwise, I will let me do that. I don't want services here to be displayed. I don't want services, games, or anyone. Okay, let me edit as not in games. I don't want games to be displayed in this report. I don't want games to be displayed in this report. Okay, go to here, edit this and else. Where is lock filter? Not in games. Clear? Just go to the filter. Same like is prompted how you are doing. Whatever the filter you wanted, manual filter these are. Select the value. So I don't want this games. Other than games, I wanted all. Now games is displaying in this report. No, am I correct? Okay, it's working fine. Now I'm selecting digital, which is passing as not equal to digital. Okay. Now games is coming back. Games should not display, right? I selected as not equal to. But when you have the filter and prompt on the same column, it will override our filter.
Okay.
Always prompt will override your manual filters. So when you have manual filter, okay, then you have to lock that. Otherwise, it will override.
Okay.
It's clear. You have to lock that filter. That is called protect filter. Edit this, enable this checkbox so no one can override the value now. Manual filters, definitely if you have the same column you have dashboard prompt, then definitely I would enable this option. Clear? Now you see games is not displaying. Now I selected digital, only digital and games both will not display now. Clear? It will not override. Now I want to clear all the filters. You can go for clear customization. I don't want this apply button. I selected the value. Okay. Then when I selected apply, then only it is applying the filter. I don't want that. In Amazon, you are not clicking any apply button. Am I correct or not? Are you selecting any apply button?
No.
Yeah, the same I want. Here also I wanted the same. Edit the dashboard. I don't want apply button, right? What is the use of reset button? Example, you selected few columns like this in multiple prompts. You selected the values and you want to remove the values for all the prompts. It will take a lot of time, right? Just you can clear all. That is the only advantage of reset, clear all. It will clear all the values, whatever you selected. Even if you don't want reset also, then remove that. Clear?
Yeah.
Now, once you selected the value, you need not to click any, just it will act as same as the filter which is there in Amazon. You selected, it will start filtering. Okay. Now here, go to sales. I want, when I open this dashboard, category should have a default value called digital. Order status, always it has to show booked. By default values, client will tell us that I want few default values to be passed. Daily, if I want to select the value, same value I am selecting every day. Why I want to select every day the same value? Pass it as default. Exactly. No, default. This is default value. When you open the dashboard, by default, I will get a value by selected. Okay. Example, edit the dashboard. Sales.
So we can edit the analysis by just going to the dashboard and
yes,
go to it.
Whatever the contents of dashboard, you can edit from the dashboard. You are now outside the dashboard, not inside the dashboard. You came outside the dashboard now. You are inside dashboard prompt, not inside dashboard. We feel that we are editing inside dashboard. No, you are editing the content of the dashboard, which is present inside the dashboard. Just you are editing dashboard prompt now, not actually the dashboard. Why? Because where exactly this dashboard present, I don't know. If I know, I can go to catalog, I can edit. But the shortcut is directly you can edit from the dashboard itself. That's the reason always we go from the dashboard. If the report is not present in dashboard, then we will go from catalog. I want category a default value, right? Sorry, category, I want a default value. Go to category. Default. What value you want a default? Specific value. Yes.
One second, Shashank, I'm just coming.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, Shashank.
Yeah, hi. No problem. Okay, now I'm selecting few more default values. Example for brand also I wanted a default value. Okay, and default is specific value. You can get the values from a variable also, but we did not introduce variables yet, right? So we are going for specific. So what is the value you wanted? District to be default value always. Go to dashboard. Now, if you open that, these values will come by default. You need not to select. If you want, you can change that. It's clear. These are the default values. Okay. Now, we selected equal to, I shown you ascending, descending, dependency I have shown you, apply button I have shown you. Okay. Now I don't want these values. If you want to refresh this entire dashboard, then you will go with this like this. The dashboard will be just refreshed. Okay. Now you see, I'm selecting a order status as shipped. Okay. Now I'm going for order details. Inside order details. Okay, this is a second dashboard page. Okay, let me edit this couple of reports. 1, 2. Okay, how to edit the reports? You can edit from dashboard. Let me add the prompts. Okay, I'm adding heat prompt. Filters I want to add. So you already I saved the filters here, right? So just go here and add that filters, whatever you saved. So it's double click. Either directly also you can add, it's up to you. You can go back like this. And I can edit this also. So this is important. Whatever I'm teaching you is most important right now. Either you can add the name or you can add the apply. Anything is fine. Yeah. Here I came to dashboard now. Okay, I added in these two. I did not add it to rest of the reports, but I added in these two. Now come to products. You selected something in order status. I selected shift. Shift is selected, right? Now come to order details. Here I did not select anything. There is no filter, but it is getting filtered. The dashboard prompt works for entire dashboard. It applies the filters to all the reports present in this dashboard. These reports are not present in the first page. It is present in second page, but still it is getting applied. I don't want to get applied. That is called scope. What is that? Do you know the meaning of scope? The place where it can go around. The availability of that generally. So right now the prompt scope is entire dashboard. You change that to page level. Yeah, wherever your prompt is there, just go to page level so that it will not push the values to next page report. Whatever the reports present in other pages, it will not affect. Now select order status now as shipped. I selected. Now come to order details. It is not getting applied. Clear? This is called scope of the dashboard prompt. Generally, people will tell that I did not select any filter here, but still it is showing only booked data. They may select some filter here and they will come here. So that's the reason the scope you have to take care. When there are separate prompts for each and every dashboard page, then scope also you have to make it as page level. But if there is no prompt, whatever you selected here, it has to get applied for all the reports inside the dashboard, then okay, no problem. The scope can be dashboard. Clear?
Yeah.
Now see here, I wanted this prompt to be displayed at the left side. Or there is one more requirement. If there are more prompts, right now I have only 6 to 7, okay, it is fitting. If there are 15 prompts, it will not fit in single line, right? Am I correct or not? It will go beyond this.
Hmm.
I will get a scroll bar like this at the bottom also. So in that cases, whatever the prompts, few of the prompts I want to push to next line. When there are like 15 to 20 prompts, I cannot display all prompts in a single line. It doesn't look good. So I want to display few in second line, few in third line. In that cases, so how to do? Just edit the prompt. Edit the prompt. This option is displaying all in a separate line. I don't want all to be displayed like this. I want everything in a single line, but few. Example, brand category, I want in one line. Okay, brand category. Subcategory also, I want to push top side subcategory. Like this, you can move the columns now. Subcategory. Order status, order type, and this is customer name, right? Okay, and this is product. This also belongs to product. So all product I want to place in one line. Okay, and these are order related. Order status I want to move to next line. Enable the checkbox. The place where you enabled, all those prompts will come into the next line. Example, I enabled this at the next, this one. So from here to here, it will go into one line. Here to here, how many are there? 1, 2. 2 will go in one line. And this will
So
start
by
in next
default,
line.
it is checked.
Yes.
By default, it is checked. Right?
No, it is like this by default.
No, but when we created the prompt, they were coming in single
like
line.
This, like this. These two options.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. This is like everything in a single line or everything in a single column. But when you want everything in a single line, but few wants to go to a new line, then whatever you want to go new line, just enable the checkbox. The place where you enabled, all those will go to the new line. I want this to go new line, or this one, if you want to go new line, checkbox. It's not like what you checked, what you selected. It's like what you selected, and after that also will go to that next line. It's clear?
Okay. Also, we can change the sequence of these.
Yes, anytime. Example, the customer name you wanted the top, like this. All related columns we will place in one side, basically. Yeah. Now see here. Okay. I'm saving this. Do save as. Okay. And this I'm creating it as. Let me create one dashboard prompt here. So let me go for here, sales. Okay. Or it's inside itself here itself. Same like order management. Some another name I'm saving, where I wanted everything in a single column. Okay, I want everything in a single column like this. Okay, so this is order management prompt. I'm going for a new dashboard. Okay, or you can go for existing dashboard also. Anything is fine. I'm going for a new dashboard page. How to go to the new dashboard page? Edit the dashboard. Click on plus. What is the dashboard name page? Sales information. API. So randomly I'm writing something. Okay. Now pull the column and pull one more column at left side. This one used for prompt purpose. Okay, clear? Where you want in Amazon, I shown you, right? I want left side the prompt. In that cases, pull the column. Now go to order management and go to where is your prompt? Where is your prompt? Sales from not this one. Order management prompt. Our name. So this one. Now run this. It will display like this. I want this to be displayed complete left side. One more column you have to place right side. After placing that, it will adjust format section. Then left. Now place one more column at the right side. Okay. Why this is empty space? No problem. Let me place few reports in that. Okay, let me place few reports in that. Already I have column 3. Sorry, I am removing that. Let me place few reports in that. Okay. Category wise sales graph. You want one more column to be placed, you can place there. Example, I want one more column and I can place reports in that. Okay. Just for you showing randomly. Now this will act as like this. Yeah, this will, you will get the prompt here. Here I can display the KPI. Example, here I want to display number of orders. So you can create a KPI for that. Total number of orders, how many are there? You can create a KPI. Measures, total number of orders. Go to this here. And I don't want that in table view. I want this in performance title. Yeah. And I want to change this display format. I want this in like this, or this one. This is looking good. And I wanted in small, like this, number of orders. And here I should select based on filter, it has to display. So I have to select is prompted also. Clear? Maybe this is a report, same like this is a report. So whatever you selected, it has to filter, right? Orders KPI. Okay, now go to dashboard. In sales KPI. Add your KPIs now here. Total orders KPI. Revenue KPI also add. Okay. I don't want export option. Customize. Yeah, there is no export option, is not yet added. Okay, no problem. It's clear. I want this to display in a single. I don't want this to in a separate box. So place those in single section. Or you can place everything inside single section like this. This is a small, this is medium. You can change that. I made this as small, I made it this as medium. You can change. Now based on brand, whatever you selected, example, I selected product.
Reset button is not there.
Where I just I want, I can select that. I don't want right now, I remove that. This is customer. For Abhishek, how many are there? This I did not provide is prompted. For Abhishek, 22 orders are there. Out of this, what is the total sales? I did not add is prompted. So this is not getting changed. For Abhishek, only for few we added is prompted. I'm not sure wherever we added is prompted. It will reflect like this. Clear? If you add is prompted for everywhere, then whatever you selected, it will filter. So these two will help us to know overview. Okay. For Abhishek, 22 orders are there. This is the sales amount. Example. Like this also, few people will ask us to display the dashboard. Clear? Yeah. And inside the dashboard prompt, example, I need a new dashboard where I wanted pie chart, bar graph. 2 I am displaying. What I am displaying? Pie chart, bar graph.
Pie chart, bar graph.
Gauge view. 3 I am having. Okay. 3 are 3 different reports basically. What is this? 3 different reports. When you have these 3 in a single report, then you can go with view selector. Am I correct? If it is a single report. But if these 3 are different reports, then I cannot go with view selector. Am I correct or not? View selector is you will develop 3 views inside a single report, and it will give you an option. Whatever the view you selected, that view it will display. But these are 3 different reports now, coming from 3 different subject area. Think that. You cannot have one report, right? When it is the same subject area, you can have one report with 3 views. Then you can go for view selector. But if the 3 reports are coming from 3 different subject area, then if I selected here pie chart, then pie chart has to display. If I selected bar graph, then bar graph has to display. If I select gauge view, then gauge view has to display. So I want a prompt here. Clear? I want a prompt here. So which has custom values basically. So edit the dashboard, edit the prompt. This is my prompt. What is the prompt name? This is the one. Here I wanted a custom value. When the values are present in a column, I can go here. When the values are not present in a column, I should go value, variable prompt. Select view, what we wanted. This is an, sorry, this is, okay. This is the label select view, and this is variable name. So v underscore variable underscore view type. This is presentation variable. What we call it as presentation variable. Is that clear? Yes, that's the reason I named it as PV. This is the name of the variable. This is the label. So how it will display the label like this? Label is this one. Okay, the variable name will not display. Okay. Now what values you want to display in this? I want to display it as choice list. What values? Bar. I'm not sure Gaju spelling is correct, but no problem. We will correct it. Now, if you go now, go to sales KPI. I have 3 values inside a variable prompt. If I select bar view, only this report has to display. This should not display now. So whatever the value you selected, it will be captured inside a variable called presentation variable, what you created. So whatever you selected now inside this prompt, whatever you selected inside this prompt will be assigned to a variable. What variable it will assign? The variable name is PV view type, just like a equal to 10. So whatever the value selected in the dropdown, that value will be assigned to this variable. So this variable is needed for us. Clear? Now, here I selected the value called pie chart. Now your variable, what is the variable name? PV view type. This variable will have the value called pie chart. Is that clear? So whatever the value selected, it will be there. Now, our requirement is if you selected the value called bar graph, inside this view, if you selected bar view, then only this has to display. Sorry, this should not display. This has to display when you selected pie chart. So you can write a filter now. Go to here. Go to here. This is the bar graph. This is a pie chart. This is a gauge view. Edit this. Am I correct or not?
Yeah.
Pie chart should be displayed only if the variable is having. Go to dashboard, more columns. More columns. Okay. Select any one. Why? Because variable we have to pass it as a right. Variable should be selected here. Select any one of the column. Select any one of the column. Any column. Even you can go from here also. Then fx. This is the place where you can write the function. Go to variable. Our variable is presentation variable. If the presentation variable is having the value like what values you are having inside the prompt, let me select. And this is a pie chart. This report is the pie chart, bar graph, pie chart. Go to sales KPI. Sorry, go to sales KPI. First report. Let me check what is first report. Let me check what is first report. Give me 1 second. What is first report? Go to sales KPI. Edit this. You are in sales KPI. Category wise bar graph, but this is a pie chart basically. Am I correct? This is a pie chart. Okay, here whenever you have the value like pie chart, the value like pie chart. So go to here, lob or anything, filter, change the value. Here I don't want the pass the filter on lob column. I want to pass the filter to presentation variable. Why? Because presentation variable will have the value what you selected. Okay. As it is a character, pass single quotation. Okay. Now this variable should have a value like pie chart. Write it manually. Now, if you selected bar graph here, example, I selected bar graph, then what will be the filter? Your variable will have the value like bar graph. So bar graph equal to pie chart. Condition true or false? False. This report will not display. Clear? So variable equal to 10 you are writing. If your variable is having 1, then 1 equal to 10 condition will fail. Same way, I written variable equal to pie chart. Now variable will have the value whatever you selected here. If I selected bar view, then filter will be like bar view equal to pie chart. This is variable equal to pie chart. So if you select only pie chart inside the variable, then only this condition will become true. Clear?
Yeah.
See, by default, I did not select anything. By default, I did not select anything. Okay. Now I'm selecting bar view. Bar view equal to pie chart condition fail.
It will
Gauge view equal to pie chart.
It will show it like this message.
We can hide that message. I will show you. Even we can hide that message also. I will show you that. Now I selected pie chart. It's displaying pie chart. I will show you how to hide that. Don't worry. Clear? Now the same thing you do for remaining also. The same filter you do for remaining also. Okay, here. This is a bar graph. So it should have the value like what value it should have? Bar view. So it's editing the dashboard. This is one real-time example for variable prompt. Now, here or you can go from here also. Any one of the column you can go and you can click on filter. Why? Because we are changing here. Instead of lob, I'm going to pass the filter to presentation variable called PV view type. As it is a character, character should be passed inside single quotation. Otherwise, it throws error. Now it should have the values like bar view. BARVIEW. Space is missing. Yeah. Save this. Now see, if you select bar view, then only bar view will display. The remaining it will display as no data. That I will show you how to add. How to hide also I will show you, don't worry. Now I'm adding gauge filter. Or you can go to add here also. Effects, remove this column, go to variable, presentation variable, As it is a variable, you should pass in a single quotation. Okay, and here you should have the value like what selected here. G spelling I have written wrong. GUAG. Basically, the spelling of gauge is GAUG. Okay, okay, no problem. But you don't write like that. Yeah. Yeah. Now, nothing is selected. No one should display. When you select it, then only it has to display. But remaining should be hidden. Is that clear? Okay. Then what we have to do? We have to write a condition here. Where exactly this report is present, first let us see. Okay. Let us see where exactly the report is present. The path I should know. Path I should know. How to know the path? Just save as, you will know the path. Shared folder, order management, category wise, sales, bar graph. Okay. Let me go and write here the condition. I will write the condition from here. Why? Because I don't want to, I need to know the path, right? I want to know the path, this one. So here, my KPI, inside my KPI, this report should not display. Why? Because I did not select anything. So how to hide? How to hide this message also? On the section, you can write the condition. This report is present inside section. That's the reason each and every report we place in a separate section, because on section you can write the hide conditions. Condition. New condition. Browse analysis. Where exactly it is present inside order management. What is the report name? Category wise sales bar graph. This one. Okay. You can see. So here the row count greater than 0, then only display the data. True if row count greater than 0. When you selected a pie chart, then bar graph will display no data. So that means the result is 0. So I am telling display this report only when result is greater than 0. Clear? So now your condition is this one. I have the condition. Okay. Now save this. I have written condition only for this report. For remaining two, I did not write. Now go and see. The remaining two is displaying. First one is vanished because I did not select anything. So first one is this not displaying any data. Have 0 data. This also have 0 data. This also have 0 data right now. Clear? So I am writing the condition to display the data which has row count greater than. So I want to know the path for that. Basically, we should know the path. Category wise stacked graph. Go here, new condition, browse, category wise stacked graph. Where exactly it is? Inside order management. Category wise, this one, stacked graph. Is greater than, it has these many prompts. Okay, no problem. True if row count is greater than 0. Yes. Okay. And write this for gauge view. Okay. Condition. It's a new condition. Browse the report on which condition you want to write. Order management, gauge view. Gauge view should have the data greater than 0 to display this section. To display this section, gauge view should have the data greater than 0. Okay, clear? See, nothing is displaying. This is one example of variable prompt. Clear? Okay, now this is BSLs, right? Let me open our RPD. Where is our RPD is present? Inside E folder, RPD path. Okay, our RPD is this one. This is our RPD. Okay, no problem. Here I needed date prompts. Products, go to products. Here let us add date prompts. You wanted year, but I don't have year column, but I have a date. On which date you want year? I wanted on order date. Go to order date. Okay. Now how to extract year from this order date? This is the place where you can write the functions. Right now this is acting as date. This is equal to, passing as equal to. If you, for date we never pass it as equal to, we pass it as between. Okay. Operator is between. From date and to date we select basically. This is date. Okay, the same way you wanted year also. Then double click this date. Click on place column
Can you, Kiran, can you repeat it? I was like,
okay, no problem. See here, you wanted a date year prompt. Go here, click on place. This is the place where you can write the expression. Why? Because you wanted year, right? Change the label as year. But this is date column. If you write year, it will not display year data, right? Example, I written year, but still it will display the date itself. But I want it year to be displayed. Then what you have to do? You have to go here, effects. This is a place where you can write the functions. The data in this column, the data in this coming from this column, whatever the column you place here. The data in this prompt is coming from the column what you place here. So here I should write the function. What is the function to get the year? YEAR. If you don't know the function name, then you can go from there.
but the user want year and month.
Yeah, I will show.
Okay.
Where is that? Year extraction year. Here you can see the spelling. Okay. Choice list. You go. Still why I got date? I did not write here on this, sorry. Okay. Now you wanted year and month. You wanted year, concatenate. You want any separator between that? Write the separator, example like this. Concatenate. Then you wanted month, right? Month name you wanted, right? To get the month name, you have the function called month name. You have the function called month name. Now select here date column. Okay, year of concatenation, and here I displayed right now hyphen. If you want, you can display what is this concatenation is not allowed on number data type. Year always displays the data in what format? Year function displays the data in number format. But number you cannot concatenate, you cannot use for concatenation. So we have to convert this to character. Cast as char. And what is the length? Year always will be 4. So you have to write 4. For converting the character, you have to specify the length also. So here always will be 4 letters. So I am writing it as character 4. Now you can concatenate. Change the label name. The formula itself we got as a label name. And change this. Okay, and I wanted drop down option, choice list. Clear? Now the same thing you copy and you should is prompted also you should add this. Why? Because this is not a column. Basically this you have to do in RPD otherwise. If you don't have permission on RPD, you write the calculation here. Otherwise this you write in RPD. You copy the same.
I think the user will want it to be like that. That there should be a drop down in each year to select the month.
Here is the year. month is it? I did not get you. Drop down in each year in the sense. See,
Like
2008,
if there
2008.
should be a plus sign on the year, and when you click on the plus sign, it will show you the month of that year.
No, that is hierarchy.
Okay.
That is in the report. That is hierarchy. It's not prompt.
Okay.
That is hierarchy. It's like you are displaying year-wise data and you are navigating. You wanted to more detail level data. That is called hierarchy. That is not filtering. You're not filtering, right? Example prompt is like example. I selected 2008 April. Then this has to display 2008 April data. That is called filtering. You are not filtering, right? Your requirement is I'm displaying year-wise data. When I click on plus symbol, then it has to navigate to month-wise you told. That is hierarchy.
No, maybe they are asking for hierarchy.
Yeah, you should create the hierarchy.
Because there are many columns, many date columns.
No, you do one thing. You show me that layout once, what they wanted.
They did not share any layout. They just gave us a requirement in the Excel.
Can you share me that Excel?
Yeah, I can. I can.
Yeah. Now this one you should pass it as is prompted. So that's the reason I copied this. You copy and you paste that. How to pass this as a is prompted now? I will show that for one report. Okay. Then you can share your screen. It's clear. Now you can edit the report. Why? Because this is not a column. You have written a function. The same function you should pass is prompted to report also. Go here. More columns. Any one of the column you can select. It's up to you. And inside effects, we can change that. Even if something example, M is here you written in smaller case, but in prompt you written capital letter. Whatever the value you selected, it will not filter. That's the reason what you written there, just copy and paste. Don't write anything here. Even case sensitive is prompted works only whenever your function with case sensitive matches. Column you will never modify that, so no tension. But when you are writing the function, whatever the function you written in dashboard, just copy that and paste it here blindly. Don't do anything and do is prompted. Then only whatever the value is selected will pass as a filter here. Clear or any confusion? Now see, I selected a month called 2007 December. Now this will display 2007 December. If I select 2008 August, this will display 2008 August. Clear?
Yeah.
Is prompted. If you're not giving, then filter will not work. What is prompted is clear now?
Yeah.
So this is dashboard prompt. So we covered everything inside dashboard prompt. So now dashboard prompt, both we completed. How to hide a page? If you want to hide a page, then you should go here, edit the dashboard.
There are no hierarchy filters in OBI.
We will not have hierarchy filter in OBI. Yes, we will not have. That is by using selection steps.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, you can go to dashboard properties to hide a page. Which page you want to hide? Order details I want to hide. Why? Because it is development is not completed. So now if you go to dashboard, the order details will not disclose. It is hidden. Clear? So we covered presentation variable I covered. Then I covered dashboard prompt completely. Okay. Now, one small topic is pending. Okay. Let's see. See here, I have a report now, one small report, which is used from a different subject area. Clear? Now here, I have here log and brand. Okay. And I have some budget, revenue, units. It's a table view. I'm not formatting this report, just to explain the concept. Save this. This is budget. What is this? Budget revenue. Now I'm adding budget revenue to this. I want to add budget revenue to this. Where is budget revenue? It is present in order management. This is important topic. Okay. I'm adding budget revenue to this. Recording is enabled. Now you see there is this not in. Let us remove this not in. I want to remove not in. I want to pass it as equal to not in instead of not in. Edit this. It is brand. I want to pass it as equal to instead of not equal to. So select, convert that to lob. Where is category? Yeah. Change that to equal to. This is clear.
Yeah.
Now go to the dashboard. Sales KPI. Now I'm selecting a value BizTech. So this has to filter the data, right? Am I correct or not?
Yes.
Is prompted is not passed. That's the reason it is not filtered. Okay. Yeah. Pass is prompted. Is prompted is passed. Still not passing. Why? Brand column. Log column. I selected digital in the log. Okay, if you want, I will select this different one. Electronics I selected, but it's not passing. The reason is both are same table. I agree, but both are different aliases in the physical layer. This belongs to a different table. Okay, budget, you can see this is the table, and this product belongs to different table in the physical layer. If the tables are different in physical layer, is prompted will not work. I created prompt on this, but report is created using this. So table name is same in the database, but here in physical layer, those are different tables. This is an alias table, this is a normal table, and this is present in this schema, this is present in this schema, different databases. So database table is same, but but here the aliases are different, it will never pass the filter. Subject area different, I agree, but physical layer both should be the same. Example, the prompt is created by this. If you query related and if you go to physical table, both has to go here itself. Even the report column also should go here and prompt column also should go here. If both are same table inside the physical layer, then only is prompted works. Report and dashboard prompt, if both are same physical table or alias table in the physical layer, then only your is prompted will work. As of now, this is a different alias, you can see. So is prompted will not work. In this case also, we should go for variable. Is that clear? So when you will go for variable, when you have reports developed from different tables, even you have common columns like brand, but tables are different in the physical layer, is prompted will not work. In that cases, we will go for variable. Is that clear? So how to enable the variable on this column? Here, just provide a variable. So the whatever the value is selected in the brand, that value will show inside, store inside this variable. This is presentation variable for brand. Clear?
Hmm.
And the same way for lob also you should create. What variable, what is that syntax we are maintaining? Category or lob, whatever it is you write. PV lob I have written for lob, PV brand I have written for brand. So now you should pass this as a filter now. Is prompted will not work now. Is prompted will not work. Whenever is prompted is not working, we will go for variable. Clear?
Hmm.
Where is that KPI? Here. This is important topic. Now is prompted will not work here. So you have to go to filter, add more options, presentation variable. What is the variable name? PV
PV.
lob. For lob we have created as PV lob. For brand we have created it as add more options, presentation variable. PV lob, PV brand. Two variables we created, one for brand, one for lob. Clear?
Hmm.
For category, mistake maybe belongs to communication. Yeah, see, it's clear.
Hmm.
So when you have reports from different subject areas, basically each and every subject area, when you create, when tables are changing, basically, otherwise it will be same subject area. When you are getting reports from different tables and you have common columns like year will be common across all tables. Am I correct or not? You go for revenue, you go for purchase, you go for finance, year is common. So when you have year filter, and year is will not be passed as a filter to all the reports. Only the reports which are developed using same table, it can pass using is prompted. If there is a report which is developed from a different table, then there you have to pass it as a variable.
Hmm.
Clear or any confusion?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah. So now we completed all dashboard prompts concept. Only dashboard prompt we completed, and dashboard also I covered this. Okay. And one more small topic for user perspective. Whenever user is coming in on morning 9 o'clock, he's selecting few filters every day.
Hmm.
And these filters, right? Every day, if I want to select, it will take a lot of time for me. Same filters I'm selecting, then user is asking whether I can save this as a bookmarks, whatever you told. This is called apply saved customization. Save current customization. This is only for individual user, only user perspective. Whenever user is opening this dashboard, he has some common filters, but those filters are not common for other people.
So
Wherever if it is across all, if it is common across all, we will pass it as a default value. But if it is not common values across all people, then we cannot pass. Example, Mona is using Mona is trying to get booked data, but Shashank, I want to get shipped data. So it's not both, we don't have common value. So that's the reason for you, what you will do, you will select booked, then you will save that customization. You want only for you or you want others also? Maybe if you have some other people in the team, for them also, if you want to view this customization, basically they will not provide others to view. So they will select as me and they will select booked filters. Nothing but to get the booked data, whatever the filters needed, that all I selected and I'm saving it as booked filters. Now this will be available only for the user with whom you have login. Okay. Now you can go to home page. By default, it will not open. By default, it will not open. Okay. But you need not to select the filters again. Where is that filters? Here, right? You need not to select the filters again. See, order status booked did not come. You need not to select the filters again. Just you can go, whatever the filters you have saved, that filters will be there. You will get all the filters. And for you, if you want to open the default with this, then you have to change that option. Edit saved custom. If you want to edit any saved customization, by default here, this one it should open for me. for me. Then when I open the dashboard, it will open with this filters itself for me. Clear? Now if you open, it will open with all the customizations. Sales KPI. Then I don't want this, then clear my customization. Whatever the customization I got, I want to clear that once. Clear. It will not be deleted. It will be here. You want any other customization, you can select that and you can select the customization. Save it. Why? Because this will help the user to save time. Why? Because always it will not be 1 or 2 filters. There may be a report where it has 15 filters, 20 filters. Whenever it is having 20 filters to be selected manually, it takes at least 10-15 minutes for him to select every day. It is a common activity, then save that and save it as a correct customization. So people do this, customizations, they do this. As a business user, they do. We will not do that. Okay. Now we completed all dashboard prompts, the reports we completed, visualization, and there are few topics left in the analytics. One is cache, one is agents, one is bookmarks. Cache we will discuss, agents, bookmarks we will discuss. Yeah. Once that is done, then we can enter into RPD again.
Okay.
So now I covered overview. With this knowledge, you can, if you get any requirement, you can create a dashboard or reports, filters, prompts, you can do. Okay.
Okay.
This prompt is for filtering the data. Okay. Now you can share me the Excel. I'm stopping this. I will stop the recording also.